And when you see clients, are you making them bring out the checkbook and talk about everything they're spending their money on and talk about how to spend that money and what they should and shouldn't be? How does that work?
So when we meet for I call them strategy sessions. When we meet for a session, I don't make them bring the checkbook and bank statements out. The initial session, we're trying to figure out what is the pain point. What caused you to think I may need some help? Mm-hmm. A lot of times it's because they've been sued. A credit card companies decide to sue them, and then it's become an emergency. Sometimes they're coming in saying, I can see the writing on the wall and this is where it's heading. Mm-hmm. And so at that session we go through, okay, here are options, here's what the timeline looks like, and here are long-term consequences. And then when we get into those talks, then we start talking about, okay, where can we cut expenses? What does that look like? If you go into bankruptcy court, you do have to submit a budget that shows where you're
working towards.
Yeah, what you anticipate your budget being after all your debt is gone, or what we're doing. But it's interesting is I'm working with a lot of clients these days on accountability. They're trying to figure out a way to budget that keeps them in line paying off their debt. And it isn't quite as extreme as some of the big names out there in the budgeting world. Some of those are very extreme programs, and it doesn't fit everyone's style.
Right.
So,
but you recommend the use of an app or something to people enter everything and keep them accountable that way, or?
Sometimes. It depends on the person. So Mint is a good app that you can use to enter your, you can link it to your checking account and all your credit cards and all that. And that can be helpful if you're the type of person who actually checks those things, that looks into those things, and updates them. I'm not. My husband does our QuickBooks or money. I think he uses MSN Money because I manage a business, so I tend to focus on finances here, but he uses that. So it really depends on your personality. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I can make all the kind of recommendations in the world, all kinds of resources, and if it doesn't fit their needs, it's not going to do any good. So I try to find out what's going to fit. If it's an Excel spreadsheet, I have lots of different templates that we've used. Mm-hmm. If it's writing in a notebook, I had a great money coach one time who had me write down everything I spent money on for a month in just a little notebook. Mm-hmm. And it was fascinating because by the end of the month I was thinking, do I really want to write this down again?
Yes. Do I really need that Starbucks?
Exactly. And so it just depends on what they need and where they're going with it.